Welcome, everyone, to He Still Speaks Now Listen. This is another, I don't have a physical book at this time, but this is my other book I title Sexual Dating Relationships Come with Consequences. Sexual dating relationships comes with consequences. In my lifetime, when I was young, I was promiscuous. I engaged in a lot of sexual relationship with females. I'm not proud of it. I knew it was wrong, but I had a burning desire to keep on. I thank God that nothing bad happened to me. I had to learn from my mistakes and my trial and error. But over the years, when I was writing, I always wanted to put something together that would be blessed to you, to your children or their children. It's not about trying to make you believe what I believe. Everything that I share with you so far is for you. It's for information to cause you to think, to be out there if you want it. You don't have to accept it. You can throw it off to the side. You can disregard it. But I must fulfill my call. God given me a calling to write. Yes, I mentioned that when I was growing up, I lived a lifestyle. I was afraid. I couldn't talk properly. I still struggle with the things I want to say, but I had to overcome that. And I took to writing. And I see that I have the ability to make you think. If I have done my job to provoke one thought in you, I have done my job. All of the books I have shared with you so far come from the Spirit of God manifesting through me. Even when I look at the things that I have wrote over the years, I said I didn't write them. No, I didn't write them. It's the Spirit of God in me caused me to write them. If you're listening to this message or heard anything I've said in all the other brief narrative about the books that I wrote, then it was meant for you to be here. Yes, we are not perfect. Yes, we do things that we should not do, but I'm not proud of it. I repent and ask God to forgive me. Thank you for watching over me, that He allowed me to live, to sit before you today, to share and pour out my heart. I'm not proud of it. Yes, I hurt people. Yes, I have been hurt. But I learn as I grow. And yes, we have daughters and sons that feel they know what's best for them. And yes, we have members in church doing whatever they want, and that's fine where they are in their life. But God has to deal with them. And if you're hearing this message may be for you. It may be for someone that you want to help. It may be someone that you was praying to God and say, oh Lord, what should I do? And He's speaking to you. Whatever you do with it is totally up to you. So sexual dating relationship does come with consequences. And in this book, they're going to have a lot of chapters, a lot of factual information. And I remember many years ago, MTV had did a promo, a public service announcement where this female came out and said, I slept with him, and vice versa. And that the camera opened up to show all these particular person. And what they was saying is that we should practice safe sex. But I'm going to flip this script, as some people will say, that when you sleep and when you engage in a sexual relationship with someone that you're not married to, you have slept with every partner that they have slept with. You may not believe me, you may refuse to accept it, but spiritually speaking, you have had engaged in sex with everyone that you have slept with. I recall in my law enforcement days, a female called and said her husband, boyfriend, was beating her up and she wanted us to come. I arrived to the house, I separated the two, and she said that she wanted him out of the house because she was engaged in sex with him and she felt that he had been with someone else and he was hitting on her. So I took him outside and we got to talking and start talking. And he said, hey, yeah, you know how his brothers are. I said, what do you mean? He said, yeah, I got somebody on the side. He thought it was funny. And not until I told him, I said, do you hear yourself talking? She accusing you of sleeping, having sex with another woman, and you know you're doing it, and you hitting on her, That doesn't make sense. And it's like he never heard what I shared with him. And he thought about it. You have no reason to be hitting on her. I said, she don't have the proof, but she felt it. And you know it's wrong, and you know it's what you did was wrong. So my point is that when you engage in a sexual relationship with somebody, you take on that spirit that everybody that they slept with. And if you are engaging in a sexual relationship with that individual and you find yourself wanting to do other sexual act that you never consider this. Are you engaging or desire to engage in a sexual relationship that he or she experienced from other partners? Yes. And in this book, I have facts to show you, come from the Surgeon Journal, a journal said that everyone that we engage in a sexual relationship on, we form a soul contact, a soul connection. Spiritually speaking, yes, we a physical person, and we can be engaging in a sexual relationship with that particular person. And if you are imagining that you know this, you don't have to have a physical person to engage in a physical you don't have to have a physical person to enjoy sex. You can be thinking of it in your mind, and your mind will think you're actually having sex with someone, but you're not. So God is telling us today that sex is for marriage. Yes, I know people are still doing it. Children and family members are engaging in sex. People that go to church, yes, but some people have died because of it. Some people have broken up and got divorced because of it. Yes, the sexual pleasure comes with pain. Yes, I have been guilty of it. I'm not called, if we want to say the pot called the kettle black. No, I have been in that same situation, and I'm sharing. And I wish I would have liked to have a book that what I'm presenting to you today to give me the opportunity to decide what's wrong with getting information and you make the right choice or the wrong choice. Only you. You can't say that if someone made me to do this, someone forced me. No, no one can make you do anything unless you want it. Yes, you can have all the sexual relationship you want to, but you do not escape the sowing and reaping judgment come from it. God is the ultimate person that tells us what we must do. We don't have to like it. He used individuals like myself to say, thus saith the Lord, what you're doing is not right. What you're doing, you will reap the consequence of your action. So begin to understand that it's God who makes the rule as pertain to our life. You can be an atheist. You don't have to go to church. You can do whatever. But guess what? Today you have heard. You decide that you, and the funny thing, I was sharing it with an older person, and I came across something I never thought of, that older people will tell the young person, don't you have sex with someone that's not in marriage. Don't you do that. It's wrong. But yet when they get older and go to the senior citizen home or nursing type home, they too engage in sexual relationship out of marriage. They can be divorcees, living in a assisted living, and they have AIDS, they get venereal disease just like the young people. Do they think they're much better because they're old and they can pick people and don't practice, as we call it, safe sex? God told me this a long time ago. When you buy a condom, when you read the instruction, it says 99% effective. It's that 1% get you. That spiritual 1%. Spiritual 1% get you. Disease is spiritual. AIDS is spiritual. Pregnancy is spiritual. Anything, have you ever looked at your life and wonder if you over to me? 1 + 1 is 2. I'm telling you today, if you are experiencing hard time or sickness or whatever, did you ever look back and say, is it because of my sexual relationships of the past I'm reaping what I have sown? No, I didn't until I learned this message. So be blessed. Buy a copy, share it. Whatever you do with it is up to you. I'm just giving you information. I have no power to make you do nothing. I'm just following my godly calling. So be blessed. Thank you for visiting. He Still Speaks Now. Listen.